Welcome to Deep Thought. Don't hold hate in your mind. Now, this is one of the few times this is kind of playing off of what I did on my main channel, because I told the fellas, don't hold anger in their hearts against women. In fact, what did I call it exactly? I said, carrying anger against women is useless. Yeah, I got so many titles. But I wanted to play off of that on this channel, and I want y'all to really think about it. Don't hold hate in your mind, because as I said on that video on my main channel, holding hate against somebody is like you drinking poison and expecting that they're going to die, they're going to get hurt. You holding that hate against you. In fact, it's been said that forgiveness is really not for the other person. Forgiveness is so you not holding on to that hate. When you forgiving somebody, it's not like, oh yeah, well, we're going to be cool. No. Forgiveness is so you don't hold it against somebody. There's plenty of people I've dealt with that did some foul stuff to a brother. And I've forgiven them. But not for them. Not so they can live better. I've forgiven them so I don't hold on to it. I'm not thinking about it. That's the key thing. That's the key thing to think about. Because when you holding hate in your mind, like let me give an example. Say you hate a group of people. And you have people out here, you got people who hate maybe somebody based on their gender, based on their race, their ethnic group, their religion. How's that really hurting them? If you are like a racist, who's a racist really hurting? Are they really encountering? You got some people who are racist, like you got some white racists out there hating on some black people. But then if you say, well, how often do you encounter any black people? They don't even encounter any black people. You holding that hate, you out someplace, there's a majority white place, and you're not encountering any black people, yet you holding that hate for what? Based on some propaganda? Based on something you don't know? You haven't met them. In fact, I remember I was out in California and met this woman, and I ain't gonna get too much into the situation, but I found out later she was supposedly a racist, but she was real kind to me. But I was really the first black person that she had really dealt with. I ain't gonna get into it. But it was and I heard there was a change in her. And it was like, for what? What you holding on to it for? Because it wasn't hurting me anyway, even if she didn't change. And shoot, maybe she didn't, I don't know in the long term. But is that hurting me? Is that doing anything to me? Because really, when you're holding hate against anything, against any person, against anything, how's that really hurting the other person? Like on my main channel, I talked about men hating against women. How's that hurting the women? That woman ain't dealing with it. Or let's use another closer to home. What if somebody do something to you and you hate that they do something to you? Okay, yeah, they were wrong for doing something to you, but how's that hating them is really hurting them? That person probably don't even know who you are. Or you get, let me use another example, even another example. You get people who hate on a celebrity, but that celebrity don't know you, don't know that person. You hate on somebody don't even know you, wouldn't recognize you. Or I've heard situations of guys hating on some woman that might have rejected them. Like that used to be a big thing on some talk shows. Like, yeah, you changed up. It was like you went from ugly to handsome, and the person, man, the woman hating on the guy or the guy hating on the woman. And then they get on the show and they be like, I don't even remember you. How's that hurting the person? Like somebody carrying hate for somebody who might have rejected them like decades ago. How's that hurting the person that actually did it? They probably don't even remember. They probably be cool with it. Shoot, sometimes you might run into somebody, be like, man, I was young then. I'm sorry. Okay, but this person, the other person carrying the hate that long. Look, don't hold it in your mind. Because, like I said, it ain't hurting the other person. All it's hurting is you. The other person don't know who you are. The other group of people don't know who you are. Shoot, you got people hating on some billionaires or something, right? Right. Let me use that example because that's big in the news. But then, shoot, Rom gets copies of this, the Rob Report, and I was reading about some philanthropists, and they were actually given to a lot of things. They were actually given to a lot of things. So I'm like, a billionaire could be good, a good billionaire could be bad. It was like, why hate that? Because deep down, when you want to be in that position, or at least a millionaire, don't you want to make money? Why hate on a group of people that you trying to be there? You ain't trying to be stuck where you at. It's kind of silly to me. It's like that billionaire thing. Yeah, you got some billionaires doing some foul shit out here, but then you got some other billionaires doing some good things. You got some billionaires doing some good things. I'm like, well, shoot, it's kind of stupid to hate on any of them. Hey, even the ones doing some bad things, it was like, that person don't know who you are. The most you can do, you carrying the hate around, you carrying that poison around, thinking that's going to do something. It's not going to do anything. It's hurting you. And many people are walking around, they carrying some hate. They killing themselves. They hurting themselves. They ain't hurting that other person. The other person still living their life, is happy. There's some people, shoot, they'll carry that hate to their grave, and that other person don't know anything. Tyler Perry, it was one thing he was talking about. He was talking about that when he was playing Medea. There was some stuff to hate. There's some people that hate on there. I was like, hey, that ain't something I would do, but, hating on them is stupid. But he was talking as Medea. It was like, some people, you'll hate on somebody and, you'll take that to your grave, and that person that you hating on don't even know you existed. Don't even know you're around. What you holding it on to it for? Now, if they getting in your way, my thing is this. If they get in your way for something, you move them out the way, but you don't do it from a place of hate. You do it from a place they in your way. You move them out the way. But you don't do it from a place of hate. You don't carry that hate. You don't hurt yourself. Now, I ain't saying you're going to be in a position where you can just say, oh, yeah, I can just ignore this. But at the same time, you carrying it. Because all it is you hating it. Shoot, I've had some people contacted me. They might have hated on something. There was a young man contacted me talking, oh, I hate you. I can't wait to get my hands on you. I'm like, for what? I don't know you personally. I don't know who you are. It was like, you hating on me for what? Don't watch me. That's when I've actually said that on my videos. If you don't like anything I'm talking about, I'm not forcing you to hold on. I'm not forcing you to watch. Keep going. I didn't do anything to you personally. I don't know it. Like I said, I don't know who you are. Keep going. You hurting yourself. You ain't hurting me. Because shoot, if you try to hurt me, I'm like, well, whatever. What has that done for you? And even if you stop watching, that ain't gonna hurt me either. You carrying that hate. Like, don't hold on to it. Let it go. Let it go. All right? Then I want y'all to really think about that. I want y'all to really think about that. Think about it and enact it. Don't hold the hate. Don't hold the hate. That's not good. Now, I've seen some people try to say it's some righteous thing. It was like, no, it ain't. You carrying poison in your system, thinking it's gonna hurt the other person. No, it ain't. And they ain't gonna fire you up to do anything. You just don't want to do it. All right. So anyway, that's all I got for now. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.